The national government says transfer of county assets from the defunct local authorities will start in June this year. Devolution Principal Secretary Teresia Mbaika says an intergovernmental committee has been formed to create a legal framework to guide the transfer of the assets.
10 years after the advent of devolution, county chiefs say the national government is still holding some of the devolved units' assets worth billions of shillings that were previously owned by the defunct municipal and local authorities.
It is discouraging that a decade down the line, the residual functions of the defunct transition authority, key among them, valuation and transfer of assets of the defunct local authorities, and those relating to devolved functions still remain outstanding 10 years down the line.
The Department of Devolution said the process of transferring the assets to county governments will start in June this year.
These interventions and the support of our partners, this department is certain of beating the June 30th to completion, to complete inspection and valuation of the assets.
To facilitate the transfer, a multi-agency committee has been formed and will start evaluating the assets before the transfer.
I've had a very elaborate discussion with the Ministry of Lands, because when you look at the assets we are talking about, mostly it's lands, buildings, vehicles, if at all. It is something we need to focus on.
The committee will also formulate a legal framework that will guide the transfer of the assets.
If there is machinery, after 10 years, there are very few pieces of machinery which have not literally gone to zero after 10 years. In fact, as an accountant, we value your machinery, generally speaking, for a maximum of 8 years. In the public sector, we cannot handle things the way we handle them in the private sector. So even if they have zero value, it is good to keep them with at least what is called a nominal value. You can give them just 1 shilling.
The committee is set to start sensitization meetings with county chiefs on the evaluation exercise in the next 2 weeks to beat the June 30th asset transfer deadline. Benson Druba reporting for Prime Edition.